It is a bright morning at Meadow Lane School. The sun is coming through the tall windows. It makes long stripes of light across the classroom floor. Warm and yellow and very clean. The kind of morning that makes everything look a little more itself. A little more alive. The children are arriving one by one, hanging up their coats on the pegs outside. Each peg has a name on it, and a small picture beneath the name. A star, a moon, a leaf, a fish, a flower. The children know their own pegs without looking at the names. They just know. A little girl comes through the door. Her name is Lily. She is 5 years old. She has 2 plaits in her hair tied with red ribbons. Her coat is green. She hangs it on her peg, the one with the moon. She smooths it down so it hangs straight. Then she goes inside. The classroom is already busy with the soft sounds of morning. Chairs scraping gently. Pencil cases opening. The low, comfortable murmur of children finding their places. Lily finds her seat. She sits down and looks around. Beside her is a boy named Ezra. Ezra has arrived already. He is sitting very still. His hands are folded on the table. He is looking at the stripe of sunlight on the floor. He watches it for a long time without blinking. He does that sometimes. Gets very still and very focused on one thing. His eyes go quiet, like the whole world has narrowed down to just that one stripe of light. Lily watches him watching it. She looks at the stripe of light too. It is very bright in the middle and softer at the edges. She had not noticed that before. She is glad Ezra was looking at it. On Lily's other side is a girl named Priya. Priya is already drawing. She draws every morning before the lesson starts. Her pencil moves fast and certain across the paper. She does not stop to think about what to draw. It just comes. Lines and shapes and something that is becoming a garden or a forest or something in between. Lily watches Priya's hand for a moment. How sure it is. How it knows exactly where to go. Priya looks up and sees Lily watching. She turns the paper so Lily can see better. Lily looks. It is a tree. But the branches go in every direction, up and sideways, and even a little down. And on every branch, something different. A bird, a lantern, a small house, a kite. It's a wishing tree, Priya says. Every branch is a different wish. Lily looks at it for a moment. I love it, she says. And she means it. The teacher comes in. Her name is Miss Holloway. She has short grey hair and round glasses and a voice that is never too loud and never too soft. Always just right. Good morning, everyone, she says. Good morning, Miss Holloway, the children say back. Not all at the same time, in a gentle wave, like a round. Miss Holloway puts something on her desk, a big glass jar, empty, and beside it, a basket of small, smooth stones. The children look at the jar, they look at the stones, they wait. Miss Holloway picks up one stone. She holds it up. Every stone in this basket, she says, is different. She puts it down. She picks up another. Different colour, different shape, different weight. She puts that one down too. None of these stones is the same as another, she says. She looks around the room, just like not one of you is the same as another. The children look at each other. Miss Holloway carries the jar to the first table. She sets it down. She gives each child a stone from the basket. She goes to every table. Every child gets one stone. Lily's stone is pale grey with a thin white line running through the middle. She turns it over in her fingers. It is smooth and cool. The white line goes almost all the way around. Almost, but not quite. It stops just before it meets itself. Ezra's stone is dark, almost black, very smooth, very heavy for its size. He holds it in his palm and looks at it. He closes his fingers around it slowly. Priya's stone is the colour of sand. It has a small dent on one side, like a thumbprint pressed into it a very long time ago. She fits her own thumb into the dent. It fits almost perfectly. She looks up with wide eyes. Miss Holloway comes back to the front. I would like you, she says, to think about your stone. Look at it. Feel it. What makes it different from every other stone? The room goes quiet, the good kind of quiet, full of thinking. Lily looks at her white line. She traces it with her finger, all the way along, to where it stops, just before the end. She wonders why it stopped there. She wonders what was happening inside the stone when that line was made a very long time ago, when the world was much younger. After a while, Miss Holloway asks if anyone wants to share. A boy at the back puts his hand up. His name is Finn. He is tall for his age and very quiet most of the time. He holds up his stone. It is orange, bright orange, like an autumn leaf. Mine is the colour of a fox, he says. The room considers this. Yes, says Miss Holloway, it is exactly the colour of a fox. A girl near the window holds up hers. It is almost perfectly round, like someone made it that way on purpose. Mine looks like a little moon, she says. Another hand goes up, and another. A stone that is striped like a tiny zebra. A stone with a sparkle in it, just one small point of light. A stone so flat it is almost like paper. A stone with a crack that has healed, grown back together but left a mark. Like a scar, says the boy who holds it. My grandpa has a scar like this on his hand. Miss Holloway listens to all of them. She does not rush anyone. She nods at each one. Her face says, yes, I see it. I see exactly what you mean. Then she picks up the jar. She comes around to each table again. This time she asks each child to put their stone inside, one by one. Lily puts hers in. She watches it fall among the others. She can still see it. The pale grey one with a white line that almost meets itself. She could find it again. She knows she could. When all the stones are in the jar, Miss Holloway holds it up. She turns it slowly. The stones shift and settle. They make a soft sound, a quiet, comfortable sound, like something settling into place. Look, she says, they are more beautiful together, each one different. each one still itself, but together something even better. The children look at the jar, the orange stone and the round one and the striped one and the sparkly one and Lily's grey one with the white line, all of them together, all of them different, all of them making the jar full and varied and worth looking at. Lily thinks about this. She looks at Ezra beside her. He's still holding the jar with his eyes, very focused, very still, seeing something in it that she might not see. She looks at Priya. Priya has taken out her drawing again. She's adding something to the wishing tree, a new branch at the very bottom, a branch that goes sideways and then curves gently upward, and on the end of it, a small jar, full of tiny circles, each one different. Lily watches her draw it. She does not say anything, neither does Priya. They just sit together in the stripe of morning sunlight, while the jar of stones sits at the front of the class, and the room hums with the quiet work of 20 different children, each one doing it in their own way. At lunch, they go outside. The playground is warm in the midday sun. The children spread out across it in their different ways. Some run immediately, arms out very fast for the pure pleasure of it. Some walk to the bench along the wall and sit and watch. Some go to the corner where the mud is and look for things. Lily stands for a moment and looks at all of them. At Finn running with his arms out. At Ezra on the bench, watching a cloud. At Priya, already crouching near the flower bed with something in her hand. At children she does not know as well, each one doing their own particular thing, each one completely themselves. She thinks about the stones in the jar, how they looked all together, all different, all still themselves, but together something better. She goes to find Priya at the flower bed. Priya holds something out, a feather, small and brown and very light. Found it, Priya says. For the drawing. Lily nods. For the wishing tree, she says. Priya nods. For the wishing tree. They stay there together, looking at the small brown feather in Priya's hand. The sun is warm on their backs. The sounds of the playground go on around them. All those different children, all those different ways of spending a lunch break, all of it part of the same afternoon, all of it part of the same school, all of it somehow exactly right. Later, at the end of the day, Miss Holloway puts the jar of stones on the windowsill, where the light comes through. The afternoon sun catches them. The orange one glows. The sparkly one flashes once. The round one looks even more like a moon. And Lily's grey one with a white line sits among them all, still itself, still with its line that almost meets, glowing a little in the warm, late light. Miss Holloway looks at the jar for a moment. Then she looks at the class. You can look at it whenever you like, she says, to remember. The children look at it, at all of their different stones, together in the glass. Lily looks at it on her way out. She stops at the door. She looks back at the jar on the windowsill, at her stone in among all the others, still there, still itself, still glowing quietly in the afternoon light. She goes out and gets her green coat from the moon peg. She puts it on. She does the zip, all the way up. Outside, her mother is waiting at the gate. Lily runs to her. Her plaits bounce as she runs. The red ribbons catch the light. Her mother crouches down. "How was today?" she says. Lily thinks about the jar of stones and Ezra watching the stripe of sunlight, about Priya's wishing tree with its branches going everywhere, about the feather in the flower bed, about 20 different children on a warm playground, each one being exactly themselves. "We all have a stone," Lily says, "and they are all different, and they are more beautiful together." Her mother looks at her. She nods slowly. "That is exactly right," she says. "That is exactly right." They walk home together, hand in hand, through the bright afternoon, through streets full of different houses and different gardens and different people going about their different days. And that evening, when Lily is in her bed and the room is dark and quiet, she thinks about her stone. Pale grey, with a white line that goes almost all the way around. Almost, but not quite, stopping just before the end. And she used to think that was the unfinished part, the part that was not quite right. But now she thinks maybe that is the best part, the place where it stopped, the place that makes it different from every other stone in the world, the place that makes it hers. She holds that thought gently, the way you hold a smooth stone in your palm, feeling the weight of it, the coolness, the particular shape of it, that belongs to no one else. And outside her window, the street is quiet, and the stars are out, if you look, each one different, each one its own particular distance away, its own particular brightness, together making something so wide and deep and full of light that no one word is big enough for it. And Lily breathes in and breathes out, her hands soft on the blanket, her plaits undone now, her hair spread on the pillow, her eyes closing on a day full of different things, full of different people, full of different stones in a glass jar on a sunlit windowsill, each one glowing, each one itself, each one part of something bigger and more beautiful than it could ever be alone, like stars, like children in a classroom, like stones in a jar, like every different voice that said good morning today, in a gentle wave, like a round, all different, all together, all beautiful, still glowing, still there, still.